Hello, friends. We'll try this again. Today is the day before the vernal equinox, the day that we're still more dark than light. We're heading toward more light than dark, but I know many of us are feeling way in the dark or feeling like we're really battling some of these shadows. I know I had a dream last night that my hair was falling out in clumps. Google that. So today's practice is going to be moving toward and beyond the midline, which oftentimes means twists, and playing with that balance. We're always playing with balance, right? And it's not a state that we achieve, we move in and out of it, or move into it and fall out of it sometimes. Let's start on our backs. Take whatever position. For me, sometimes it's hard to get on my back originally. I need some wiggling first. We'll take the feet wide, drop the knees together if that works for you. That's my choice. You choose you, you do you. Maybe you start in fetal position. These first few minutes always are gathering our parts, pulling our attention away from the news, conversations, to-do lists, closets to tackle, people to get back to. And pulling all that attention toward ourselves, toward this physical body, especially toward this moment right here, right now. Getting friendly with the breath, like we're just here to breathe. Open the knees and bring the feet in line with the hips. And we'll let the knees fall over to the right. And if you need to shift, if this particular twist isn't working for you, bring yourself into a comfortable twist, especially for this first one. A twist you can be with for a little while. And I feel an urge to reach my left arm up, like I want to climb, like a monkey who's feeling a little stressed and wants to climb to the top of the tree. This left arm really wants to reach. What's happening in your body? Maybe your body doesn't want to be still in the twist. Maybe the head wants to rock back and forth to feel the skull on the earth. This is your time, your practice. Everything that I offer will be an invitation. But your body knows best what you need. Let's bring the knees back up. Shift the hips and pelvis as you need to. Re-extend the crown away from the tail. Come back to neutral, symmetrical, even. Call this equinox today. And then let's drop the knees to the other side. Shifting as you need to, coming into comfy, easy twist. Notice how the shoulders respond and the breath. The tongue and the jaw and the eyeballs. My right arm doesn't want to reach up as badly as my left did. But I like symmetry and evenness, so I'm going to extend and play here. And let's bring the knees back up. Re-extend the tail away from the crown. And press left foot into the mat. Feel the earth beneath the left foot. Bring right knee into the chest. And let's flex the foot and reach the foot toward the sky. Take some circles with the ankle, point and flex the toe. And then come to stillness and spread the toes. Spread them. See if you can see the ceiling between the toes. My right foot's not very compliant today. And then lengthen that leg. And if yours isn't lengthened, it looks more like this, that's okay. We're gonna reach, find that hamstring, and lengthen toward the floor, noticing jaw, noticing throat. And if you get to a point and you're really trembling, maybe that's your end point. Maybe the heel reaches all the way almost to the floor, doesn't matter. Let's soften whatever we can. And then bring that knee back into the chest. 2 more times, reaching, extending, lengthening. Noticing, efforting, and looking for ease at the same time. Back into the chest. Una vez más. 1 more time. And then re-extend the leg. And we're going to take this leg, and as if there were a line from the belly button, splitting the body in half, we're going to cross the midline, keeping the right hip, right side of the pelvis heavy, so we're not rolling over. We're just maybe accessing the outside of the leg, the IT band. And then this leg that's on the ground, left foot's on the ground, take that knee and cross it over the midline. How does that change the top leg? How does that change the belly, throat? Now bend the knee. We're sitting sort of ladylike. That's what they used to call it anyway. I'm glad you don't hear that much. Heel toe the left foot over to the right. And drop the knees. Deeper twist. We've got our eagle legs on. You can always cross the ankles too if that works for your body. It doesn't work for mine today at this moment in time. And I'm going to surrender to this, which means I'm going to let go. Big stretch for me in my belly and hip, and my shoulders are sort of coiling in a little. It's okay. Gather your core. Let's come back up. Uncross the legs. Let's come back to that even, equal spot. That March 19th. Even. And then press right foot into the ground. Left knee comes up. Flex the foot and reach. Circle, point and flex. Spread the toes. Left foot works better for me today. You can see the ceiling between each and every toe. And let's lower the leg. Hearing the hip. Bring the knee back toward the chest. 2 more times at your own pace. Re-extend the leg. Drop the left hip really heavy. Keep it heavy. Both hip points pointed towards sky, but we'll take this left leg and cross the midline. Perhaps noticing how this side is different. Let's add to the sensation by taking right knee and dropping it over the midline. My inner thighs are coming toward each other. Bend the top knee, heel toe the foot on the earth over to the left, and drop the knees. Deeper eagle twist on the right side. And then allow. On this side, when I allow, my left shoulder really coils in, sort of. I don't know, is it compensating, reacting, responding? Just noticing, staying curious with what is. And then gather the belly. Bring the knees back up to the sky. Uncross. Come back to that even place. Heels close to sit bones. Let's bring the palms to the earth. And just like we did with our feet, feel the mat, feel the floor beneath the hands. What's it like? And then 3 flowing bridges, pressing feet into the earth. Inhale, lift arms, lift hips, let them land the apex in the floor at the same time before returning everything with the exhale back to the earth. 2 more. One more. Relax here. And then press low back into the mat. We're going to use our core. Press, press, press to bring both knees into the chest. Then we're going to make our way to a really small seed, curling everything up. Everything tight. And relax. You can roll over to your side or you can roll up. We're going to come to a seated position. Crisscross applesauce. And we'll do more crossing of the midline. Twisting. Right hand over to left, left hand behind. Lift the spine. And maybe you look over left shoulder. My head likes to move around. I'm noticing this week that I'm really taking a lot of my apprehension and my stress into my shoulders and my neck. Release. And we'll take it the other side. Let's crisscross the legs the other way. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Reach the spine up and then twist. And come back. We'll roll over the hands, or however it works for you. We're going to come to hands and knees. I know I sound redundant, but how does it feel to have the hands on the earth? To me, it's super grounding. I hope it is for you too. Inhale, lift into cow pose, dropping belly, lifting head, lifting tail. Exhale, cat, push away. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, head lower, spine lifts. 1 more. Inhale, cow, lift the tail, lift the heart. And exhale, push it away, spine to the ceiling. Come back to neutral. Reach the ribs over to the right. Reach, reach. Gaze over left shoulder. And through center, reach the ribs to the left, gaze over right shoulder. One more time, each side. We're looking in the nooks and crannies, cleaning out the closets of the ribs, the house of the lungs. We'll keep this space clean and clear, and we'll see the breath reaching into these nooks and crannies. Come back to center. And let's reach left toes long, tuck the toes. So my toes are on the ground if you can't see them. I'm pressing into my calf. And then release this, lift the leg, and you'll really feel the belly turn on. If you want to add the arm, if it works for your body, add opposite arm, right arm. And I like to hang out here just noticing how much effort this is for my body to be reaching away. And I'm still pretty much in alignment. What happens when I open up out to left and right, reaching away from alignment? I'm hitting my bed and almost my dresser. That's okay, but it's a lot harder, right? Let's go from way out wide and take both limbs crossing the midline. 2 more. Open wide and cross the midline. 1 more. Open wide and cross the midline. Back to center. Let the knee come down. Place the hand on the heart. And notice, maybe you can feel it beating. Reach the right arm up. We'll take some wrist circles. And then we're going to take this right arm and thread it under the body. I'm bringing my shoulder down and my ear down. And I breathe into the back of the heart space, into the neck. You can move your hand if there's a more comfy place to find support. And perhaps you re-extend that left leg like we had before, toes down, stretching the calf and using those toes like a kickstand. Maybe they allow you to drop the left hip. Lots of times the left hip hikes up. And then maybe you add more balance, taking the left arm to the sky. And perhaps that left elbow bends and you find right hip and you say, I'll guide you up to even. How's the breath? If the left knee is lifted, drop it. Bring left hand down if it's lifted and press up. Take the knees wide and settle in for child's pose. Forehead to the ground. Send the breath into the back body. Really envision the breath cleaning out the lungs, sending new oxygen, new life. And we'll come back up, all fours. Right leg reaches long, toes tuck. I'm pressing into the toes, stretching the back of the foot. Stretching the bottom of the foot, the back of the calf. Lift this leg, release this. Leg is long. Perhaps left arm goes long. Let's move left arm away from the body, right leg away from the body. This is how it feels to be out of alignment. Next, exhale, cross the midline, moving through alignment beyond. 2 more. and reach. Drop the knee, bring the hand to the heart. And reach the arm to the sky. Take some circles with the wrists and thread the arm that is the needle. Left shoulder, left ear to the ground. Now my right hand could move anywhere to help me feel supported. Right leg may extend as we did before, toes tuck. You can even play here with the toes on the ground, lifting and lowering the hip. Seeing what you can find, what juiciness. I suggest leaving them square if you're going to lift up the right arm. Maybe that elbow bends and comes back toward sacrum or left hip. And drop the knee. Bring the hand down. Press up. All fours. Let's take another child's. Maybe opening the knees, hips to heels, settling in. 3 breaths. Rise back up. And let's tuck our toes. Toes tucked, let the knees hover. And we'll kind of move forward and backward. Keep moving forward and backward. And all the way backward. Lift the hips. Down dog. Wiggle here. Shifting, shimmying, taking some head circles. And then we'll find some stillness here. Let's inhale and pull ourselves forward to plank. Exhale, lift the hips and head back to dog. 2 more. Inhale, pull forward. And exhale, back to dog. 1 more time like this. And if you pull forward and the hips are sagging, let those knees drop. That's A-okay. Beautiful. We're going to pull forward again. And we're all gonna drop the knees. Well, of course, unless you don't want to. Pull the heart through. The elbows are gonna reach back. They're reaching back toward my feet so that my chest can come down to the ground. Forehead down. Untuck the toes. Lift the shoulders, lift the heart, lift the kneecaps. We're coming into cobra. Exhale, lower the head back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, and breathe. Feel the belly expand on the earth. And then press through hands and knees. And back to down dog. Lift the right leg up behind, and we're going to step the right foot forward. And with the right foot forward, we're going to move into 90-90. So drop the back knee, and we're going to make our shin parallel to the top of the mat, and our back leg parallel to the top of the mat as well. Actually, I'm going to do the opposite side first so you can see. Left shin, right thigh, 90 degrees and 90 degrees. And I think I first learned this from one of my friends, Laura McCarville. I love it. I love the crossing the midline portion of this stretch. So I've got my front shin in 90 degrees with my thigh, back leg in 90 degrees. And I'm gonna sit up really tall. Lengthening my spine. I'm remembering, I learned this from Pemberton. I don't remember, Winter. Age Rebel on Instagram. I was having trouble with my hip. I think she showed me this first. So we're just allowing whatever needs to settle in the back hip, back knee, and you might be on the opposite side, and that's okay. And from here, we're going to lift this back knee 3 times, exploring the femur's connection with the hip socket. Beautiful. And then we're going to come forward. We're taking some weight off this back hip, and you can't see my back foot, but that foot in the back, I'm lifting it up off the ground 3 times. So I'm pressing the knee into the ground and lifting the back foot. And then the 3rd time I'm going to lift and I'm going to hold. I'm going to feel, I know there's a big reaction here. It's like, why are we doing this? Oh, we're strengthening you. I know you don't like it. Let the foot drop and we're going to crawl back up. This I learned from Laura, I know. I love it. It's one of my favorites. We're going to get really slouchy in the hand that's on the outside of the leg. So I'm slouching. I'm going to bring my hand with the back leg up behind my head. Inhale, offer the heart to the sky. Exhale, elbow is going to cross the midline over to the other side. 2 more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cross. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cross. And we might hang out here, letting the hand come down. Big twist. And lift back up. Now, since I switched legs, we're just going to stay right here and bring your back leg forward. Make it parallel to the top of the mat. And then the leg that was forward before is behind. Now, if you look, it looks like in the back leg you have half of a square. And in the front, we have 3 sides of a square, right? And again, we're just going to allow the hips to settle as we reach the crown up to sky. And then 3 times. So we're going to take this back knee and lift, exploring. I imagine somebody's will say, no, I'm not going to lift that knee. Let me just see what it's like to try. Some bodies could be locking up and play with that. Be with that. Crawl forward. And we're going to lift the back foot up. Heel and toes are lifting and drop it back down. Again, lift it up and drop it back down. And this 3rd time that we lift up that foot, keep it lifted. Lifted, lifted, lifted. Noticing. I feel some shaking. Drop the foot. And we're going to crawl back up. And the knee that's in front, we're going to get slouchy on that side. Opposite arm comes up, supports the head. Inhale, open heart to sky. Exhale, elbow crosses over the front leg, over the midline. 2 more. And again. You got it. Beautiful. Bring the back leg forward. Hands will crawl over. And if you're off your mat like I am, let's head back to the mat. Tuck the toes and lift the hips. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it forward. And if the foot doesn't reach the hand, step it as far as you can, drop the back knee, pull the foot forward. And we're coming into runner's lunge. If your hands don't reach the floor, modify with whatever you've got. Here, now I've got some yoga blocks. Beautiful. Drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the arms. Breathe here. You might want your hips to sink. They might feel good to sink. See if you allow the hips to sink, what that does for the left hip flexor. And back up. Bring the hands down. Lift the knee. Now I don't really need my blocks, so I'm going to set my blocks aside. Press into the hands, cat the back, step back to dog. Inhale, pull forward. You can always skip this. Exhale, lower to the ground. Maybe knees come first. Untuck toes. Inhale, lift into cobra. And exhale, dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Do what you need to do to get it there. We'll drop the back knee. Inhale, lift. Maybe the hips sink a little more. Hands come down. Lift the back knee. Cat the back. Really cat and push. Push so you give yourself so much room to lift the foot and step it back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift into cobra. Lift the kneecaps. Exhale, dog. Inhale, right foot lifts. And as you exhale, we're going to step the foot forward. But this time, instead of dropping the knee and instead of keeping the foot right here, we're going to step it over toward the left hand, crossing the midline. And so now I'm on a tightrope. I'm going to take my back foot and move it over to the right. So I've got that same eagle feeling like we had on our backs where our inner thighs are touching. Right foot on the left foot on the right. And I'm going to test my balance as I lift my hands. And I'm going to smile if I'm wobbly. And if it's too scary, I'm not even going to come up. If you've got your balance here, press into the right big toe ball mount and lift. Yeah, pull the right hip back. Katona style, crossing midline. Reach both arms forward. Left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up. We're in a twist. Right arm goes forward. It's going to cross the left arm. And we're going to walk ourselves all the way to the back of the mat. We're in a lunge, and it's a wide one, and I'm facing away from you. Press into left foot and rise. Ooh, this feels better. Less twisted uppy. Drop the back heel, open to warrior two. Straighten the back leg, all 10 toes, turn to the side of the mat, and forward fold. Wide leg, forward fold. Bend into the back knee. Bend into the front knee. One more time to the back. And then as we come to the front, We're gonna heel toe our right foot over to the right. Lizard pose. Drop the back knee. We can stay up on the hands, or you can lower to elbows. And we're getting into that left hip flexor just a little bit more. Lift the back knee. Squeeze this front knee into the shoulder, right knee on right shoulder. And maybe you can push into the hands and sort of reach the spine up like a cat as you lift this foot and send it back to plank. Lower to the earth if you want to flow. Otherwise, you can hang out in down dog, in child's pose. Inhale, lift. And exhale, dog. You can skip any and all. You could just sit here and breathe. Left leg lifts. And we're bringing the left foot forward. And you get it as far as you can. And then we're going to get that foot over toward the right hand. So maybe the left toe is touching the right thumb. We're on the tightrope, so we're going to take the back leg and bring it over toward the corner. Left foot on the right, right foot on the left. Let's test our balance. Smiling and giggling helps with balance. And then rise. Standing on both sides. Crossing the midline. Pulling left hip back. Both arms move forward. Right hand lands. Left arm moves up and back. Top arm moves forward, crosses the midline, crosses the right arm, and we make our way all the way to the back of the mat. Wide runner's lunge. Press into that right foot, rise up. Open warrior two. Straighten back leg, front leg, straighten both legs. Turn to the side of the mat and forward fold. Bend into the back leg, right knee. Come through center and to the front knee. I can't even remember if we did this on the other side. It's all good. Come through center to the back knee. And then we'll walk our hands around to the front, making room for ourselves. Heel toeing that foot over to the left. Lizard pose. So in lizard, our hands are both on the inside of the foot. Drop the back knee, getting into that hip flexor a little more. Maybe it serves you to come to your elbows, or maybe you use your yoga blocks, yoga books. Is there a yoga book? I don't see a yoga book. For me, to drop the head really feels good on the back of the heart space. And we'll rise back up. Plant the hands, lift the back knee, squeeze the knee to the shoulder. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Lift the foot and send it back. Option here to drop into child's to hang out here, or to inhale forward, and maybe chaturanga's in your practice. So maybe you exhale and lower halfway and not to the ground. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down dog. We'll add on a smidge here with this Katona crossover. Inhale the lift, and let's take those right toes all the way to the left thumb. Dropping the knee, grabbing the foot if you need to. Shift back foot over to the right. Let the hands hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, move forward. Left hand down, right hand up. Right arm moves forward, crosses the left. Go all the way to the back of the mat for this wide runner's lunge. Hands on either side of the back foot. Press into that left foot, rise up. And warrior two. This time, let's inhale, reverse. Exhale, elbow to knee and reach. Inhale, reverse. Straighten the front leg and we'll exhale, Trikonasana. Breathing here, wide arms. Gaze can be up or down. Back to warrior two. Straighten the leg, toes to the long side of the mat. Forward fold. Bend into the back. Come through center, bend into the front knee. Come through center and to the back. And to the front. Make room for the hands. We're taking the right foot over to the right. We're not going to drop the back knee this time. We're going to angle those right toes out to the right. We're going to shift forward and back. And if your hands need to be on your blocks or your books, that's okay. And then we're going to, as we shift forward, bring our back foot forward into squat. And your squat could be high. You could have hands on blocks or thighs. Maybe it's low. I'm going to back up into the screen. So I am in squat and I'm exploring here. What's it like in my hips and my knees, my back? And then hands to the earth, bum to the sky, heel toe the feet underneath the body, forward fold. Interlace the hands behind the head and set the pinkies on that little knob at the base of the skull. Knees can bend any amount. Hands to shins. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. We're going to do that again and we're going to stay there. Inhale, halfway. Breathe here. And we're working the crown away from the tail, finding length, noticing the balance in the feet. Can you distribute the weight into all four corners? Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach for the sky. I'm going to back up into the frame. Exhale, stand. What's it like to stand? We'll start, or we'll do half of our eagle pose here. So we'll soften the knees. We're going to transfer weight over to this left foot. Bring right knee into the chest. We've done this before. Soften both knees, cross right thigh over left. And we can bring right toes to the ground or hug them to the calf or wrap them around the foot. All go. I'm unsteady today. I'm going to keep my toes on the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right arm under left. Give yourself a hug. Maybe a little massage. We're balancing on one foot, maybe one foot and some toes. We're digging the fingers into the shoulders. Release, bring the hands together. Eagle pose. Maybe reach those elbows up and away. And down and in. There's TJ. Up and away and down and in. And up and away. And maybe this time, this third time, you curl all the way in. And I'm lifting my toes. I'm going to wrap my elbows down in front of my knees, like a real eagle perched on top of a cliff, looking down below at the prey. A big, wide, expansive vision that can move into singular focus. And then we're going to release this, come up and out, and holy cow, big strength in that left leg. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step, step to dog. If you'd like to flow, inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lower to the earth or chaturanga. Inhale, find the heart opener. And exhale, dog. Left leg lifts. Left toes to right thumb. Bump the back foot over, crisscross. Let the hands hover and lift. Arms and corners of the mouth. Both arms forward, right hand down, left arm up. This is our flying eagle arms. Left arm forward, cross the right. Take it all the way to the back of the mat, like a little ninja. Press into right foot, rise up, Anjane. Drop back heel, warrior two. Flip front palm, inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse, straighten front leg. And Trikonasana. Again, big wide arms. Bend the knee, warrior two. Straighten, turn the toes, and fold. Bend into back knee. Come through center, bend into front. Come through center, bend into back. And come around to the front. Like we were going to eagle, like we are heel toeing the foot to the edge. But open those toes, and we'll do the same sort of shifting weight. And I'm gonna back up into the screen. My toes are open. And then I'm either going to step or drag or pull the back foot up, coming into my squat. Making any movements in the squat that feel yummy and juicy and exploratory for you. And then hands will come down, bum will come up, knees can be bent any way. Heel toe the feet back underneath the body. Grab opposite elbows. And let the head hang, let the back of the heart space open, breathe into it. Feel the four corners of both feet. Release the elbows, find the shins. Inhale, lift and breathe. Find the length. Exhale, fold. Press the feet into the ground. Inhale, rise. And exhale, stand, mountain pose. I'm stepping back into the frame. Watching the body adjust from the movement, the effort, the change of state. We'll plant right foot into the ground, shifting weight into the right foot, really pressing to keep right hip into the body, lift left knee. Cross the thighs, and again, you can bring those toes all the way to the ground. So we're balancing on one foot and some toes, or hug them to the calf. Whatever works for you. Arms lift. And this time left under right. And let's massage the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the muscles around the shoulder blades. Back of the heart space. I'm gonna keep my toes down, they were lifted. And then bring the back of the hands together or the palms, and we'll move those shoulders, those elbows up and down. So we're doing a lot of movement in our balance. We can do this. As Glendon says, we can do hard things. And the next time that the elbows come down, maybe we curl in. Maybe we bring those elbows beyond the knees, and I'm lifting the toes to make room for the body, and I'm smiling because I'm really wobbly today. And I'm playing eagle. I'm playing bird of prey. Seeing big picture. Seeing the things I need to focus upon. And then let's lift and release all of this. And let's shake it out. Unless you serve to stay in stillness. Bring your feet to the earth and come back to stillness. Take the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Let's bring our hands together. Point to the earth. Soften the knees. Lift and reach. Exhale, come down. 2 feet on the earth. Maybe heels pop off. Point to the earth. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come down. One more time. Point and lift. And exhale, we'll stay. And from this place, this sort of ancient squatty place, we'll make our way down to our bums. And of course, we can add, as always, a little abs, lifting heart, softening shoulders, maybe finding the backs of the hamstrings, maybe reaching palms up, tuck the tail, and make your way down really slowly. Step the feet toward the sits bones and relax the body. Here, just like at the beginning of class, we're shifting from doing to being. Open the arms. Bring the right knee into the chest and flex the foot, lengthen the leg to the sky. Cross the ankle over the thigh. Press the right knee away. And then we're going to tip onto the left hip, bringing right foot to the floor. Right knee might continue to press away from the body. What happens if you reach right shoulder down to the ground? And what happens if you completely relax? And release. Come back up. Uncross the legs. Maybe heel toe the feet out. Let the knees knock together and we'll notice. Lengthen the crown away from the tail. And then separate the knees, bring the feet back into hip width alignment. Bring the left knee into the chest and reach the left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee, cross left ankle over, right thigh, and press left knee away, perhaps. Tip onto right hip, left foot comes to the earth. Maybe you continue to press left knee away. Maybe you press left shoulder to the earth, or maybe you relax into whatever it is. Only you know when it's time to lean in or to relax into, or to step away entirely. Gather your pieces and we'll come back up to center. Uncross the legs. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees knock together. Invite the whole body to surrender. And sense into the body. Is there a movement that it wants? A shape that it wants to take? Stay here. Take that shape. Lengthen the legs. Prepare in your way for final resting pose, Shavasana. And if you know that you have time and space and ability to make this extra long, perhaps you pause the video and stay here. We're allowing now for the edges to soften. For those spaces that are holding anything at all to release and let go. We're allowing any sort of magic to penetrate our bones and muscles and fibers. When we step out of the way, perhaps we can tap into that fundamental knowing of okayness. Of peace and ease. As you're ready, begin to invite more breath, more spirit, more vitality into the body with a big inhale. And exhale. Let's do that again. in your way. Let's make our way to sitting. If possible, allowing the head to be the last thing that pops up. Thank you, internet friends, for practicing with me today. I wish you so much strength and so much patience and so much curiosity today to be with whatever comes up and out. Namaste.